Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Hope you all had a brilliant new year. 2024 is upon us and a lot of people, including myself, are expecting a very bullish 2024 as the bull market really kicks on and continues where we left off over the last couple of months. Now in today's video I'm going to just basically explain exactly why I think 2024 is set to be so bullish. I'll explain my reasons behind this and just really give an overview of how I think the year is going to pan out. Now, if you do enjoy the video, please do drop a like, subscribe and comment. The goal for this year for me on this channel is to get to 10,000 subscribers. So I've got plenty of work to do, but it starts now. Let's get straight into it with reason number one. So the first reason why I'm so bullish on 2024 is probably no surprise to a lot of people, and that's because of the Bitcoin ETF. Now, some people will argue that it's priced in already. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think that a lot of the price action over the last couple of months could be in anticipation of it. But to me, that doesn't really matter too much. I've been around in the market for 6-7 years at this point. I understand that we can't just go up in a straight line continuously. We have to have pullbacks, we have to have cool-off periods, we have to see some boring sideways price action. And if we see something like that at some point in Q1, that really wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, we can't go up forever. I'm expecting things to cool down. People get bored, people get fed up, and basically they give up on crypto, at least for the short term, until it starts pumping again. But those who stick around and be patient obviously will be rewarded in that situation. Now, the thing is, as well, with the ETF is that you can say it's priced in or not. It doesn't really matter because the long-term benefit here is that it really does legitimize not just Bitcoin, but crypto, and people will start to take it more seriously. So I think the long-term knock-on effect of this is ultimately bullish for the market and how everybody else sees cryptocurrency. An ETF approval for me will happen in Q1. It's not guaranteed, but that's what I'm thinking. Moving into Q2, we've got the Bitcoin halving. Now, historically, this has always been a bullish event. If we look at previous market cycles, the 4-year typical cycles, the halving has always triggered the start of a big bull run. Now, we can't guarantee that will definitely happen again, but it definitely doesn't make sense to be risk off here when you've got two bullish catalysts such as the Bitcoin ETF approval on the cards, of course, and the Bitcoin halving, which is scheduled to happen at some point around April, May, early Q2. You know, there isn't a specific date at this point. It goes off the blocks and different websites will give you different answers, but it is going to be around that time. And to be risk on just makes sense to me, right? Like, you've got the history to work with there. Like I said, it isn't guaranteed to happen again, but to be risk off with such big events going on in 2024 just doesn't make sense to me. So for me, moving on to reason number two, Bitcoin halving will continue to keep the momentum alive going through 2024. So we've had great news in Q1, potentially. Great news in Q2 with the halving, guaranteed. And then you move into Q3. And typically speaking, looking at the markets over the years, summer isn't necessarily bearish, but it does get a bit boring. You know, people take breaks, go on vacations, and the markets typically slow down a little bit. And as we mentioned at the beginning of the video, we know that the market can't just go up in a straight line forever. So after such big news in Q1 and Q2, a slower Q3 does make sense to me. And this is all predicting way into the future. We obviously play things as they come and react to what the market gives us at the time. But I'm just planning ahead in terms of how to prepare myself for certain times of the year, right? And looking at Q3, I think that it could slow down. No huge catalysts, the summer. But then moving into Q4, things may then pick up again, similar to what happened in Q4 of 2020, following the halving and the summer of 2020. So, like I said, them 4-year cycles coming back into play. But then moving into Q4, we have the US elections this time around. And historically speaking, again, another bullish catalyst for the markets, not just the crypto market, of course, but the stock market. And that has always been something that is worth keeping an eye on with markets and investments in general. So I think what you've got there is a nice spread across the year of different catalysts and different things going on, not just within, say, the same month, but a spread across 2024, of course, apart from that boring summertime or potential boring summertime. We'll see nearer the time. But for me, that sets up for a very good looking 2024. Then that takes us in with good momentum where that retail FOMO kicks in moving into 2025. Now, we use this information and we look at history as a guideline, but generally speaking, no two cycles are the same. We've seen a blow off top in December of 2017, but then come 2021, it was quite different because we've seen that first blow off top in May, and then we kind of, nuked. And then we've seen another blow off top, almost a double top, come November 2021, which was very different price action to what we've seen in 2017. So the plan here isn't to just expect the obvious or expect the exact same thing to happen. We have to plan for all scenarios. We have to be ready to react to what the market gives us. But generally speaking, using these catalysts to be risk on or risk off at the most basic level is something that I am not ignoring. So I just want to make that clear and just basically put the thought into people's mind as they prepare and position themselves going into the next year. So that is it for today's video. I thought it just made sense really to start the year with a video just sharing my outlook for 2024. The thing is, for me, I'm optimistic. Of course, I will react to the market, but right now I'm optimistic and I'm looking forward to the next 12 to 18 months. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please do like, subscribe. Also comment and let me know what you're thinking for the year ahead. But in the meantime, please do trade safe, invest safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.